Hi there, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK for another breaking news action figure video. And once again, a week after my previous wrestling action figure live stream, we are back at it for more wrestling figure news. This week I've got to get up very early for work tomorrow morning, so I can't do a live stream, so I'm doing this pre-recorded. So I've just got in from work, and there has been a bucket ton of wrestling news that has broken. So over here on Instagram, shout out to fellow YouTuber Alex West Collects. He's collated all these pictures on his Instagram, I should say. So I'm going to go through them. So lots has happened. Sam Roberts, along with I believe Johnny Gargano and Lex Luger, have done like an action figure announcement over on WWE.com. New figures have been announced. Better images of stuff we saw last week. And breaking news about UK distribution for next year, so we will get into it. So let's go through what they've shown then. So we've seen this before, but we are getting better images now of the Maivia family 3-pack. So the Rock, Granddaddy Rock, and Daddy Rock are here. So the High Chief Peter Maivia, Rocky Johnson, and of course Dwayne the Rock Johnson himself. So we are going to be getting a 3-pack coming out later this year or early next year. Of course, this is the first time we can get High Chief Peter Maivia in the Mattel Elite collection. He did have a Jax figure back in the day, but he has not had one from Mattel, so he is going to be quite sought after, at least for me. If anybody knows who he is, though, I suppose, because of being a 1960s, 1970s, you're looking at the High Chief Peter Maivia being in the wrestling game, so people may not know who he is. And of course, the Rock in his little loafers there, his nice little shorts. That's a new version of Rock in his casuals. I suppose this was time to go with the Young Rock series, but that has since been cancelled. So they've not timed that one too well, have they? So here we have the first image of the yellow trunks on the Rock's dad there. So I think the original version, top of my head, has purple trunks. I'd have to go in the toy room to check, but I think that is at least a different trunk colour. Purple robe, so that's the same, but a different trunk colour if you're after that. There's a look from the rear. Of course, the High Chief is covered in lots of tattoos, pinless arms on everybody, so that's an upgrade. So looking pretty nice. So one I will be looking to pick up next year. Then they got into the Monday Night Wars line of things. So coming next year, Walmart exclusive in the US, is the Monday Night War Elite collection. So little bit excited because we do have some breaking UK news here to say. So Smyths in the UK will be the exclusive home of the Monday Night War Build-A-Figure set for 2024. So Celebrate will actually be able to get these at retail price. So no more overpaying, which will be an absolute bonus because a lot of the exclusive waves we've not been able to get here in the UK. We've had to import through companies like Rock and Roll Collectibles that I use, the whole shebang. Lots of other people do a bit of importing, but you've got to pay a little bit of a higher price there because the retailer has to import them. So the fact this being Walmart exclusive, I was a little bit worried we'd have to really overpay for these because I'm going to be all in literally on every single figure in this line. The Attitude Era, what an era it was, and Monday Night Wars, WCW versus WWE. Some of the biggest TV ratings wrestling ever had and probably will ever have. So to have some of these characters first time in the line for some of these, and of course in new outfits. So here you see on your screen Booker T, Stevie Ray, Harlem Heat. So we're going WCW, of course, mid to late 90s. We've had versions of these before. Harlem Heat, we had the red outfits, but that was an eon ago, probably top of my head, probably Elite 40 or something like that, absolute ages ago. So we're going to get the black outfit. I'm assuming it's going to be a chase as well, because of course I've never fully watched the live stream, as I'm just trying to react to these pictures as I see them. So I'm assuming the black that's their more favoured attire, so I'm assuming that's going to be the regular, and the blue would be the chase. So very excited to get more Harlem Heat figures out in the line there. Any more images there? That was Booker T, of course, and there is Stevie Ray, his brother. So again, they're wearing similar, almost repaints of the previous version, but again, with the updated. We've gone full pinless elbows in 2023, 2024. So we've gone fully pinless here if you are looking to upgrade. And then another new announcement. So our second new announcement of this little sort of bonus stream they did, the Disciple. Wow. For those that don't recognise him, that is Brutus the Barber Beefcake in one of his many WCW gimmicks, where he was Hulk Hogan's disciple in the NWO. My God, I can't remember half his gimmicks now. We had the Booty Man, didn't we? We had the Zodiac. How many gimmicks did he have in WCW? But the disciple version, that's one that's been on my list for a long time that I'd like to see. Not one I thought we'd actually get, so seeing this has me a little excited. So he'll be definitely coming to the collection. And of course, the fact these will be at Smyths means when me and Cheeky Monkey can do a bit of the older retail therapy, we'll be able to pick these up for retail price. So looking forward to that very much in 2024. So there is the disciple. Some more images there of the back. Of course, he's in his jean shorts, his funny sort of cowboy slacks over the top, and then his Hollywood bandana on the top there of his head. So that is the disciple. So that is a new figure announcement here for 2024. And let's go into more of the Monday Night Wars figures then. So here's Hulk Hogan, or should I say Hollywood Hulk Hogan, showing you the new packaging there. Still not a massive fan of this new packaging. Got me a Spider-Man drink with me. Just water, people, just water. So, yeah, new packaging, not a massive fan. Like the big Monday Night War logo, that looks better than the massive WWE logo that's slapped on the standard releases at the moment. But Hogan looking pretty good there. So, again, not a very famous Hogan outfit, this one. This would be after they just formed the NWO in 1996. Hogan shaved the rest of his old handlebar mustache and just had the top bit before he grew the sort of black underbeard. And this is before we had all the NWO insignia on the outfit. It's just the pure black outfit that he wore very, very early on. Probably, was it Hog Wild? Was it 1996? It's off the top of my head. But I think that's what he was wearing back then. So he will come with Build-A-Figure pieces there, because this is a Build-A-Figure wave, which is great to see. And it's Lex Luger in his attire from the debut episode of Monday Nitro, when Luger, of course, WWE had not realised that his contract had expired, and he turned up on Monday Nitro on the first episode, much to the shock of WWE, in a very, very weird sort of collared shirt, let's say, very puffy. So they have said it will be a nice puffy soft goods shirt for Lex Luger, and it's a Build-A-Figure that's not in a suit, which is always good to see. So Hogan comes with the legs and all his other classic Hogan accessories, and he's even got the hot dog tan, isn't he? They've given Hogan the nice tan, so one to definitely add to my collection next year. And here we go, then moving over to the WWE side of the Monday Night Wars, because these waves will be split into two WCW characters, two WWE, and then the Build-A-Figure from either company. I believe they said is the pattern. And I know Steve Ozer had previously said as long as these sell well, there's not necessarily a time limit on these. They will keep going. Whereas the line it replaces, the Ruthless Aggression line, I think was just a 1-year deal with Walmart they had. And again, that did not come to the UK. So we were paying £40 per pop for them. So pretty much $50 we were having to pay. Whereas we'll get these for, I'm assuming $24.99, because they're a Build-A-Figure. And of course, Smyths do love a sale. So that is really good news. So Austin comes is the beer bath attire, I'm assuming this is supposed to be, when he gives the corporation a beer bath just before WrestleMania 15. So you get his hunting jacket there, Austin 316 shirt, just some basic denim jeans, and you get Lex Luger's torso. So quite a basic Austin, but when you put the soft goods on him, I think this is going to look really good. So make your custom beer trucks if you can. And then, of course, the greatest of all time, The Undertaker himself, because who needs another Undertaker? I do. Must have over 30 of The Undertaker. I'll have more to come, because I will buy every Undertaker they ever make in Elite or Ultimate form. Absolute. That's what I do. So Lex Luger head is coming with him, with his sort of classic 90s mullet there on Luger. Taker could do with some chokeslam hands though here. So he's got the grippies and he's got the punchies, but he hasn't got the chokeslam hands. So we keep getting that. I think Tanner noticed that last week when he joined me on the wrestling live stream. So we could do with some chokeslam hands here. So this is a 1998 version of Undertaker, circa WrestleMania 14 sort of attire, as he was just going into the just before the Ministry of Darkness. This looks pretty much his outfit from SummerSlam 98 off the top of my head when he fought Austin. So again, we've had a similar figure to this in the Ultimate version, but this in the Elite, the torso, I think actually looks better in this Elite version as opposed to the Ultimate that we've received previously. New head sculpt as well for Taker, with much longer hair over the one side. So that's your difference if you've got all the others. Hey, yo. So this is what kicked off the Monday Night Wars almost. It was at Scott Hall's WCW Nitro debut. You're getting his debut attire as he came down through the crowd. So you get Lex Luger's puffy shirt there for the Build-A-Figure. And it looks like you get his arms and a spare set of hands as well. And Scott Hall comes clad in double denim. What a 90s fashion faux pas that was. So double denim Scott Hall, spare set of hands, WCW microphone, I'm going to assume that says, and 2 head sculpts there. So we've got the ponytail version and the more sort of dangling, I was going to call it, I was going to say dangling drapes there, we'll go with it. Dangling drapes of a haircut there for Scott Hall. So it's a bit bright, this one. This looks brighter than I was hoping it would in terms of the colour of the denim. They've gone quite bright blue, when off my head it was much darker shade of blue. But it is nice to see. And they have fixed the boot issue, because he did have his trousers tucked into his boots. So they have at least done that. So I think he's using the British Bulldog's legs from the recent Bulldog Build-A-Figure. Again, that hasn't come to the UK yet, so I do need to get that one. But that is Scott Hall, looking rather nice. And there is the Build-A-Figure clad in his full puffy shirt. So how much puff have we got here? I'll do a bit of leaning in. It's a little puffy. It could be puffier. But I do like the way the collar does up there. It's such a weird shirt. What on earth was Lex Luger thinking when he turned up on Nitro wearing this ridiculous shirt? I've never seen a shirt like it, to be fair. Could be a cosplay one day. I haven't quite got Lex Luger's body here, though. So this is the first wave of the Monday Night Wars set, coming in, of course, 2024 to Walmart in the US, and much easier here in the UK to Smyths. So I'm a little excited about that. So that's that one. Then we go into some Ultimate Editions then. Series 20. And here's Oscar. This looks fantastic, doesn't it? So again, we saw some of these night 2 of Ringside Fest last week. So just before I did just after I should say I did my live stream, this image, Bill showed it on the live stream. So here's a much clearer image of the Ultimate Edition Series 20 Oscar. You've got the alternate head and the entrance mask and that fantastic soft goods robe. So for a £30, £35 figure, I think that's a fantastic bit of soft goods they give you there for this figure, and so many deco hits on Oscar as well. This must be quite a pricey one. Mattel are having to do here. Maybe that's why she's teamed with Roman Reigns. That probably would be a cheaper figure. Until now, she's got a new torso, so that might put the cost up. But this looks good. So this is her Royal Rumble attire from this year, 2023 Royal Rumble, when she came back with a more sort of clown-like makeup on, sort of scary Oscar, as I call her. So that is one I will definitely be picking up to add to my Oscar collection. And then we've got a re-release, so it's just a re-release of The Undertaker in his WrestleMania 14 attire. Just a straight redo. I think this would have been the late Bray Wyatt slot in the wave. So obviously, out of respect to the family, they have cancelled that one for now, and hopefully we will revisit it maybe in the future. But there's just a standard reissue of Taker, so not much to talk about there. But Roman Reigns has a new torso, so they've given him the much more sort of bulky sort of torso. This is a completely new torso design for the Ultimate Edition. You get a redo of the screaming head from the previous Ultimate. And I don't think there are new head sculpts actually. The rest, I think they are redos to some of the ones we've had recently. But I don't buy every Roman Reigns, so it's hard to tell. But you get, what's going on with the belt there? Hold on. So they're showing the 2 belts. You get the Roman Reigns side plates, Universal title in blue. But I think somebody's cocked up on this image because they've got the WWE title plate is blue on the black strap, which doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm assuming it's not going to come like that, and that is just a cock up on the images here. But otherwise, if it isn't, there you go. I've spotted it for you. So fix it, Mattel. So Roman comes with the red gauntlet, the red boots. So that's different to the previous Ultimate. As I say, new torso. Probably one I will pick up, actually, because I do have the previous Roman, but he's still mint on card. I have a few still left mint on card of the Ultimates, and Roman is one of them. So I could do with a loose one. This with the updated torso. Do a spear pose with a sort of right head. I think that'll look good. So that is Ultimate Edition 20 Roman. Then we'll go. So there's a few actual more images there. That's Roman and his pack. Oh, they have cocked the belt up there. So Again, hopefully this is just the prototype in the box. We're not going to have a bit of a belt cock up, but we will see. But again, we do have plenty of the belts, but that would be a bit of a funny oversight there. So there's Roman in his box. I don't know if we got any Oscar boxed here. We've got any Oscar box. Don't think we've got any of Oscar in her box. So let's have a quick look at old Cody then. So top picks Cody. So your bog standard Cody, which we've seen plenty of times now since he's come back. Just red tights on this version of Cody, so not much to say there. Head sculpt reuse, but here's hello, it's Logan Paul, ladies and gentlemen. Logan bloody Paul in his bottle of Prime. Oh, what an accessory that's going to be. I can see this being a big seller, just so people can have that bottle of Prime in 1/12 scale. I can see this being a hot seller. And of course, it's Logan Paul. As I explained on my live stream last week, this idiot did not buy the Ultimate Edition version of Logan Paul, which goes for over £200 on the aftermarket. What an idiot I am. So I'll not be making that mistake again, and I will be picking up this Elite version, which is in the top picks line, which hopefully will also be coming to Smyths. And confirmation, and in this photo, we are getting the soft goods entrance jacket. And then myself and Tanner, when we were live streaming last week, were debating, and I said that usually Mattel don't always show the soft goods in the render images. And then a week later, they've updated here with the in-package shots from the prototype figure, and you're definitely getting your entrance jacket. So this looks really good. What a great head sculpt on old Logan, that really is there. So this is his WrestleMania attire, I think, isn't it? This is his Seth Rollins attire. So that looks good. As I say, what a wrestler he's suddenly become, old Logan Paul. Literally 5 matches, and he's doing fantastic. And look at that bottle of Prime. I really can see people wanting to use that in all sorts of displays. Top picks is just a redo of Sheamus, so that is just the same Sheamus we had. I don't know, Elite 96, Elite 98, something like that. So he's getting a redo. If you missed him in the top picks line. We've got some more images there of Cody fully in box. As I say, this box isn't doing an awful lot for me, because I'm not keeping the mint on card, I suppose. Shouldn't be too fussy. But if you are mint on card, at least you can still see the figure. So take that as a bonus. So there's a couple of closer images of Cody Rhodes and old Logan Paul. Right, so let's go down. Old Balor boy, Finn Balor himself. Elite 107 then. So this is the Judgment Day version of Finn Balor. So this is one I'm going to need to pick up. Straight away, that's a reused head sculpt. It's not a head sculpt that I have, but it's definitely one we've seen before in the Elite line. So you've got Finn clad in his sort of black and purple attire, but you do get the soft goods entrance jacket and 2 variations of his weird looking sort of entrance mask. One smooth, one spiky. So pick your poison with that. You're going to need him to go in your Judgment Day display. They're on fire at the moment in the WWE on the Judgment Day. So this updated Balor, pretty much a must-have. Right, more Elite 107 and Solos to Koa. The man that debuted in person right in front of me at Clash at the Castle. We had no idea who he was. Cheeky Monkey was looking at me like, who the hell is that? Screw Drew McIntyre over. Still not over it. But need his figure. So here we are, 107. Okay, this came out in one of the recent Elite waves, but they put him on a super skinny torso. So that was no use to man nor beast. So they have updated the torso. We've now got a much bigger torso. His arms could do with it. It looks a bit disproportionate to me. His arms could do with being a bit chunkier for the size of that torso. And they've given him the updated sort of belt piece as well. So you actually get a sort of 3D belt piece rather than actually sculpted on, which is good to see. What else we got? We got the We The One shirt. We do have the sort of towel. So we've got the towel sculpted by the looks of it, so it will sit over his head. So that's good to see. And we do finally we get the thumb hand. There we go. We get the Samoan spike hand, because we didn't get that with the other version either. So I'm glad I passed on that one and waited for this one. The attire, that's Survivor Series last year, isn't it? The attire for that one, for the War Games. The War Games attire. Talking Survivor Series coming up this weekend. I won't be live streaming Survivor Series, but I might do predictions at the end of This Week in Toys coming up on Saturday night this week when we do go live for This Week in Toys. Now here he is, The Undertaker's back again, and I do really like this figure. Looks even better now. We're seeing much closer up images than last week. So this is a very modern Undertaker. It's the anniversary of Raw, technically, but this is pretty much the outfit he wears on his One Dead Man live show. So Getting to see him in person was fantastic, so I need this figure basically to remember that moment by. So he's got the hat, but the bandana is sculpted into the bottom of the hat, so that's a new piece in the line. And this one gets more sort of expressive hands than some of the previous Undertakers we've got, so that's nice to see. The shirt is soft goods, so it will come off, and you get the BSK on the stomach there. And you get his updated head with the ponytail, the very thin sort of plaited pony. Always trendy, my Undertaker. Right, bloody Grayson Waller. Not a massive fan of Grayson Waller. But if you like Grayson Waller, here he is in figure form. In Elite with the white attire. And there is also another version with the black attire because he is the Chase in 107. So any Australian fans out there, make yourself known in the comment section, because there's Grayson Waller. Do even Australians like Grayson Waller? I don't know. But you do get the two versions, slightly different heads. One has the shaved sides and one does not. So that's more of the NXT version opposed to the SmackDown version. And here's Otis with interchangeable hair pieces. So a new thing they've started to add to the line are these interchangeable hair pieces, which is quite fun. So as long as they don't fall off sort of mid-match, that'll be all right. But that's an interesting little way to do it. So you've got slick back hair or the dangly hair, as I would describe it. You've got your shoosh on your soft goods. So again, so many soft goods being incorporated into the line. I think Mattel are really doing quite well. The Elite line at the moment by getting these heads in there, the hands in there, the pinless elbows, soft goods, and the price point hasn't really gone up since the last year or so. So I must say they are doing quite well. I quite like this Otis. I'm trying not to buy too much modern, but he does look cool. And there's Cora J from NXT. You get her kendo stick, little hat. I'm assuming that's just a redo of the old hat from Nikki Bella. And I don't watch a lot of NXT, so I can't really talk about her, but looks cool as an action figure. So that's Elite 107. And just a couple more, I think, to go through. So where are we? We've seen the Disciple and everything. So here we are, last two to do. Oh, they are good, aren't they? So Bret the Hitman Hart. This is going to be a massive seller, I would think. So this is his famous 1997 attire, the Hart Foundation, the Montreal Screwjob. This is the Bret Hart you would need. So they haven't done this figure in years. The original Defining Moments goes for a lot of money. Now, I have that way back in it. I've still got it, actually. I probably should have sold it by now because its value is probably going to tank when this one comes out. But that was a really expensive figure on the secondary. On the secondary market was the this version of Bret in Elite form, because it's probably nearly 10 years ago now in the Defining Moments line. So it's good to have him in that really famous attire back again. And you do get everything you need. You get your sunglasses, you get 3 heads, you get your interchangeable jacket, and you get the WWE Championship, the Winged Eagle, of course, and your set of spare hands. So it's not soft goods, it's more ultimate style, which is the plug-in arms. Now, I prefer the soft goods, to be honest, and that is still the good thing about the Defining Moments version, because that does have the soft goods jacket. So maybe actually I will be keeping that jacket because that matches all the rest of the soft goods on the Hart Foundation. So things to think about. But one of those Bret heads is new. Let me have a look. All 3 actually might be new. Oh, they've done the hair differently at least. Now, Bret's one they don't always nail. They don't always nail. But these, to be honest, these are better than we've had on previous Brets. So we've had some very, very weird ones. So I think these are better. So that's nice to see. At least they are different. But as soon as you put the glasses on, he looks fine. But without the glasses on, it can be quite not the best head sculpts in the world. But this is going to be a Monday Night Wars Ultimate Edition. So again, we'll get 1 WCW character, 1 WWE character in each wave of 2. Again, Walmart exclusive in the US. I don't think they've said if these are coming to Smyths, because Smyths don't stock Ultimates. So these might still have to be an import job. I don't know. Anybody, if you do know the answer to that, please do let me know in the comments section of this video whether these will be coming to the UK or they will need to be imported. So do let me know if you know. But one I would definitely be picking up is Bret Hart. And we'll finish on them. Rowdy Roddy Piper. Now this had me very, very excited because they fixed the skirt. Oh, the skirt, the kilt. See, I'm doing it now. Oh, so they showed this previously, but it had the kilt from the Colosseum collection. So he had the green kilt with it, which was not the kilt he wore in WCW who wore the red and white striped kilt. So I was hoping that they only had, at SDCC when they first showed it, they only had the other one to hand and they just put it on the figure, which looks like it was the case, because this does come with a full soft goods kilt in the correct colour. Now, this is almost a tribute to the Toy Biz figure back in the day as well, to me, because Toy Biz had the WCW license in the late 90s, and it was pretty much one of the first action figure lines I actually collected as I was growing out of childhood into teenage years. I had these WCW Toy Biz figures. I never had the Roddy Piper, but I remember seeing it on the back of the package, but I just never saw it in any of my stalls. So to finally have this figure has me very excited. So in WCW, Piper always wore the leather jacket, and then he had his Icon shirt, which is a shirt he only really wore in WCW, and the Reality Check shirt as well. So you get both soft goods shirts. You then get the plastic leather jacket to go over the top, and you get yourself your standard 3 head sculpts with the Ultimate Editions, and you've got the much older sort of Piper in his mid-40s by this point in WCW, so you get the shorter hair, the more grizzled look, and I think this looks absolutely fantastic. It looks better out of the package, I think, it does it in, because of course they've gone for a shirtless look in the box. I guess because they want to spread out all the accessories. So I don't think in box it looks as good as it could, because I think it would look better with one of the shirts on. But that's not what they've done, because they spread the accessories out to fill the box up. So I think he's not going to look as good mint on card if you were thinking of keeping him mint on card. But I think loose, he's going to look fantastic. So they announced last week the WCW ring, so he's going to go absolutely great in there. So Monday Night Wars, Roddy Piper Ultimate Edition. Cannot wait. So it's been a pretty exciting Wednesday evening here from WWE. So looking forward to most of these figures, to be honest with you. So do let me know if you're going to be picking any up at all in the comments section below. But I will probably leave it there for today then. So I will see you on Saturday night for This Week in Toys Live, about 8 PM here in the UK. Please do, of course, leave your comments down below. Like and subscribe if you would to the channel. YouTube loves a good old like and subscribe. That'd be fantastic. And actually, I've just hit the 1,250 subscriber mark. So thank you to all the new subscribers jumping on board. Hit the 250 mark past the 1K, which has been really good. So I was happy to see that. So we're going to go towards 1,500 then as the next goal. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So I've been Jay. This has been Jay's Toy Collection UK for a bit of a breaking news wrestling video. I will try and press F9 now and end this, and I will see you on the next video. Bye now.